Hey, good morning, Logan. This is a quick demo video for you for your 89 Sabers Graflex with a Jimmy Saber Junk crystal chassis. This is installed the Proffie V3. I also made you a Neopixel blade, but we'll go over that here in a second. All right. This is a 2-button setup. So your main switch will be this red button up top here. All right. And then your auxiliary switch is actually this slide tab, and it's on a spring system. So all you have to do to operate it is just simply push it back and it will rehome itself. All right. You've got a stock V2 Neopixel connector in here. This came with your kit. You provided pretty much all the parts. I just kind of wired it up for you, and then I made the blade. All right. How to get to your chassis is you want to take this lever. It looks like you painted this lever gold. Take this lever, flip it down. You'll want to take the middle clamp and the handle off all in one go. All right. So just push forward on it, go counterclockwise, and then pull it off just like that. Just like that. Here's your chassis. You've got your crystal over here, a kill switch right here. You've got the, look like a 28mm Smuggler's Outpost dark side. I think that's what that speaker was. It's the speaker that you provided. Of course, your Proffie here. This is on a slide shelf, so you can slide this out to get to everything if you like, and then slide it back into place. I did get all of your sound fonts on here. You had a total of 18 of them, and you wanted them in a particular order. So I got them all on there. They're good to go. There is also a copy of the config on your SD card. So if you ever want to make any changes, you can do that. Excuse me, just pull that config off there. All right. But to power this guy up, what we want to do is just come over here and pull our kill key.
Jedi business. Go back to your drinks.
So I've got your crystal pulsing. It is on a timer. So if we don't turn this saber on, or if you don't turn this saber on in about 40 seconds, this guy will time out so that it doesn't just sit there and keep pulsing and then eventually kill your battery. All right, so I'll show you that. We'll just kind of hang out here for a moment until it times out. 40 seconds is a long time when you're just sitting there waiting for it to happen. There it is. All right, so it timed out, but if we turn it on from the power button, right, it goes to solid. It does react to the auxiliary button being pressed. And then I gave you twist off. All right. I don't remember every single font, like the names of the font and the order that they are in. I do remember the first two are the Tuscan Terminator from Kyberphonic, but they are in the order that you sent me. All right, so we can turn it on from here. They got some nice shine through in your glass eye. Of course, your LEDs are all firing up. And we twist off. All right, we'll go ahead and turn this light off. This is the Neopixel blade I made you, so I made it to spec that you wanted. Just a regular Neopixel setup. Now on this particular Saber, your blade retention screw is going to be this flathead screw right here. I'm not going to use it. I have it backed out, as you can see, because the blade is pretty snug in here. But depending on how hard you want to swing this around, it's going to be something that you'll want to use. All right, so since the blade is so snug, I'm going to turn the Saber on while I put the blade in, so it will let me know when I hit those pins. I'll just kind of slowly go down with it. There, I hit the pins, and I'll turn it off. So yeah, I mean, at that time, you're going to want to use your blade retention. You may want to do a little bit of sanding to the blade. I don't find that it's necessary, but just depending on how you feel about that. All right, but we'll hit power. I'll try to spin this guy around so that you can see the illumination all over the blade and the blade tip. Shines nice and bright for you. Blaster bolt deflex is just tapping the auxiliary button. And hopefully you can see that. If you want blade lockup, you'll need to hold the auxiliary button down and hit the Saber. Just like that. Now it's right here. When you put the Saber vertical like this, the blade lockup goes towards the emitter, and then as you go horizontal with it, it moves closer to the middle of the blade. All right. All of your sound fonts have sound tracks. So to play those, you'll do a long press on the power button. This one starts off kind of low, so I'll let it play for a second. Hopefully it's picking up. And then another long press to turn it off. All right, and then to trade sound fonts, what you'll want to do is just tap the auxiliary when the saber's off. You requested all of your blades to be blue, right? Because they're all Graflex related or Anakin related. So all of your blades are blue.
Anakin Skywalker. Anakin. Darth Vader.
If at any time you want to change a color of the blade, you can do that on the fly. I'm not going to do that right now because I have it set to a certain color. Well, actually, yeah, let's go ahead and do it. Say we're on this run, right? This is a Vader font, although you asked for all your blades to be blue. What you'd want to do is hold down the auxiliary and hit power. You hear that noise. And you can just twist the saber to any color you want. Right? When you find something you like, just hit power. Now I've locked in that color. And it will remember that color on that particular sound font. So you can do that on any of them, really, right?
What is it? Father's lightsaber. The weapon of a Jedi. I suggest you try it again, Luke. This time, let go your conscious self and act on instinct.
Commander Skywalker, do you copy?
That goes flash on class as well.
I need a weapon! You have one! Come get it!
Ray.
Master Luke.
Young Ray.
Ray Skywalker. You're hard to get rid of. I'm Ray.
The last Skywalker. Ben.
I'm Anakin Skywalker.
And you cycle through all of them. All right, so when we're done, we can simply loosen your blade retention screw. Take your blade out like that. And then we will disassemble this and just put our kill key back in. Be careful for this card. I didn't glue it in. That's something that you can do if you like. I don't do that all the time, but if you want to glue that in, it would be fine. I would just suggest gluing one side of it so it stays in place. All right, and then you can see your crystal pulsing here. We'll turn it on, and then we'll actually kill it from the just using the kill key, and it kills everything. All right, so that is basically your 89 Sabers Graflex with Jimmy's Saber Junk crystal chassis and Neopixel blade. Let me know if you have any questions, and I will try to get this out in the mail to you today. Thanks.